Hey, MotoAmerica fans, this is Jake Gagne. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the MotoAmerica YouTube channel for more coverage, and like, comment. Let's go.
28 riders in this field. The grid is set. 12 laps scheduled in this race for HONOS Superbike race number 1. Can Jake Gagne make it 4 in a row? Can Matthew Skoltz stop the bleeding in his championship? We're away in racing. The clutch is out, and Jake Gagne with a great start. And it's Cameron Peterson on the 45, was on the outside with the wheel in the air. There's the number 2 of Josh Herrin. So it looks like it's going to be a pair of Fresh and Lean Attack Performance Yamahas that lead the way, and this is not what the field wanted to see.
You are not lying, Greg. I can see what you can see. There's already a gap. Gagne goes off into turn 1. He is riding with such supreme confidence right now. He's going to get down this back straightaway, and he's not going to feel the draft of anybody pulling in behind him. And you know what? Cam Peterson's probably going to draft Herrin. So Gagne is going to go down to turn 5 his first lap, freewheeling it down there, not feeling the draft from anybody from behind. And you can see Cam Peterson trying to make a move. Herrin lets off the lever and is able to keep them at bay. But Gagne is going to get a run through this whole infield right off the bat by himself.
So it's Bobby Fong on the 50, M4 X-Star Suzuki, leading his teammate Cam Peterson in 4th spot. These 4 riders are the riders that we often see at the front of this. Matthew Skoltz, championship leader, in 5th position. And then there is Loris Baz behind him. So Gagne trying to streak away from the rest of the field. Everybody scratching their head, trying to figure out an answer to the Californian, now turned Coloradoan.
Yeah, something like that. But Gagne's doing exactly what he needs to do here, Greg, and this is pretty spectacular stuff. It's going to be interesting to see what his first flying lap is here from a standing start. And I mean, he could come across his board and see almost +1 on it by the time they get around, and that's a little bit unheard of here at Road America. And you can see Bobby Fong can see what's going on out in front of him and Herrin. He's going to line up Herrin as they come down into Canada corner, but Herrin, you know, as usual, is still good on the brakes. He's in deep, though. Herrin is in deep. He's going to allow Bobby Fong to cut it back up underneath him, and Cam Peterson is going to chase down those 2 guys in front of him. But Jake Gagne is gone. He is long gone. He's already broke the toe. He's whatever you want to say. He's going to start running probably low 212s right off the bat, maybe even into the 11s on his first flying lap. But Greg, this first one will be interesting to see.
From a standing start, Gagne. So they're saying half a second. Are they right? 2:14.1. He's got a 1.3 second lead as the battle for second is between Fong, Herrin, and Peterson.
Last year here, they had a very good setup, but Ben Fox, Bobby's crew chief, said they're kind of in unknown territory. They've got this new swing arm from last year, so they're trying to get as close to that setup as they can, but it looks like they've been able to accomplish that based on his lap time so far.
Yeah, she's talking about Bobby Fong in that one, M4 X-Star Suzuki, as now it looks like a Ducati has drafted a Yamaha and a Suzuki, so Baz is going to take over 3rd spot just like that. So Loris Baz starting to feel it, but Herrin now goes back into 3rd, Cam Peterson into 2nd. Now, I know Skoltz seems to be struggling right now, especially on the speed side of things, but I like what I'm seeing from Skoltz. It doesn't look like he's pushing the issue. He's trying to maintain and get whatever he can out of this race as the championship points leader. And Jason, we know that young riders oftentimes, if they're in a championship points lead and can struggle during a weekend, that can spell disaster.
Yeah, there's no question. I think talking with Matthew before the start of this race and some of the concerns he had, as you can see, Cam Peterson's going to lead Josh Herrin into turn 5. But this rider right here at number 11, we know he doesn't like to be fighting back there in 6th place, but he's got podium right smack in front of him. He's got to keep his head about him. They're fighting a couple things as the Westby team this weekend, and some of that is actual top speed. That said, he's got to keep himself in the fight, not give things away too early in these races. A little bit further back, Matthew Skoltz and Josh Herrin are having their own little personal war as they come up the hill, and they're going to cross the start-finish line. Keep in mind, these guys are doing 213s. Leaders are all in the 12s. Herrin's going to go back past Skoltz as they go down into turn 1.
Showcasing the issue that we've talked about that's baffling the Westby Racing team at the moment. It's just what happened to the acceleration coming out of some of these corners that are going to lead you onto these long straightaways like turn number 3 as we head towards turn 5. Back to the battle for 7th. This is Kyle Wyman and Hector Barbera. So Wyman on the Panera-bred Ducati, after a couple days of testing at Pit Race, private test on his own, they worked out some things. Kyle going a little quicker here than he was last year. Hector Barbera put his Scheibe Racing BMW in the dirt yesterday. And actually, Jason, the clutch lever slapped him in one of the fingers on his left hand and broke his finger.
Oh, man.
And he's out here racing as the Scheibe team was able to get that motorcycle back together.
And it kind of goes away from what we talked about at the beginning of the show of how close these races have been. Baz, on the other hand, has finally caught these Suzukis. He's got by one of them, Bobby Fong. So Baz has now squeezed himself in between these two. Looking at the lap times, 2:12.2 that time for Baz. So he is still low 12s, and he's going to do his best now to run down the 45. It looks like Bobby's run into a couple little problems. We'll see if he's able to grind it out. Let's see what happens here. Cam goes in there very tight, as does Baz, so they both kind of defend their positions against the 50 of Bobby Fong. Now it's all going to be about getting the run out of turn 13. Our leader's probably out of 14 already, getting ready to head up the hill. These guys are going into the last corner now.
So here he comes up the front straightaway. Jake Gagne will cross start finish line, take the checkered flag, and win his 4th race in a row. And how about that battle for 3rd spot? 2nd and 3rd. To the line we go. Baz takes it by 0.04 of a second over Cam Peterson and Bobby Fong. So Peterson will get his first podium of the season.
I'm really happy for Loris Baz. I think that he really is enjoying being in America. He loved the circuit. He told me he loved the team today, and you can see the margin here. And look at the Ducati. He's got somebody in his corner there looking right on the line to see how close that finish was. He's going to end up 2nd. So good result for Loris today.
That just wrapped up. Jason Pridmore, let's take a look at those final results. As Gagne with a 5.9-second victory, and then that battle for the podium. A couple smiles and a big heartbreak.
Yeah, I mean, for Bobby Fong finishing 4th there is heartbreaking because he was running there pretty solid 2nd the whole race. Heron, Skoltz, Wyman, Barbara, and David Anthony rounded out your top 9. Let's get down to Hannah.